Hey all, it's Phoenix Redux again here. Your Butch Queen, gay, drag king designer, general designer really. Essayist, opinionist, public figure, model, you name it. Anyway, I've lived very limited data on my phone, memory, and I am not popular enough on YouTube yet to do mobile streaming, and I'm not comfortable trying with my Acer Chromebook. So, first, I'm getting dressed. So, most important thing, matching underwear. These are like sort of greenish teal, but they're still teal and they're on the inside, so they matter less, right? But what I'm gonna do, for decency's sake, right? So I can possibly monetize this. Keep the booty to a minimum, right? So, putting on just normal light blue jeans. Now here in Wyoming, pretty much all we wear. Like the city folk, they like to wear sweatpants to like Walmart, but the rest of us, I wear skinny jeans. This is my favorite. I know, I'm so gay. Anyway, this video is gonna get uploaded, and then I'm gonna do a video of hopefully better quality. Of actually decorating the bed. I have a lot of stuff, but I'm not gonna pivot because this setup's a pain. Of course, men wear belts. Men do not sag, right? If you're sagging, what does that mean? What do you think that means? Yeah. Like, there was one rapper who allegedly beats his women, and he's talked about bisexual hands in his comment section or something, and then he was getting a bunch of eggplants in his DMs, and he's like begging people to stop, and and he says, so in fact, what's hilarious is on the press release, whatever you want to call it, the article, they have a picture of him like sagging his pants like all the way down to here. And I'm like, the hell, that's as low down as my shirt gets. Like, what is the point of wearing pants? Oh, you have to be decent. Okay, so why not be fully decent, right? At least on your lower body, right? Like, I show this, you know? Okay, so the point of this photo shoot is I'm basing it, I have multiple colors. I have white, silver, platinum. Really, none of my stuff is platinum. I mean, platinum's such a rare color, and even then, stuff that is platinum color is so crazy expensive. But this is silver, right? It is, I promise. See, look, I have a strobing light. So, anyway. I forgot the order. Oh, I remember. Okay, so this is the this is the outside shirt. Okay, so anyway, I'm also a character designer. That's part of my designing, right? And so I'm going to be later. I'm going to be or like 2 videos or no. Just saying. But it should all be tonight. Here's hoping, right? Because I do not want to make up my bed again. Nope. And you're wondering why I don't have a studio, because I don't even have my own place right now. You're like, yeah, but I have. So anyway, yeah. So white, silver, platinum, no gray. I'm trying not for gray, but my 2 little bunnies stops, as you know, next 2 weeks from now or something is Easter, so like whatever, I'll put them in there, and it can be like Easter, relatively Eastern photo shoot, vlog, whatever. And then I actually have a so with this one, right? There's the color Capri, which when I studied and I designed this character's outfit, right? It's actually an outfit for many possible characters. It's from ornatk.com. I'm a designer. I'm Nathan, right? So that's why I started. um, anywho, so Capri was like a light blue. And then now people are calling it like a teal, and I'm like, that's just freaking teal. Like there we don't have colors for different teals, so why would you give something that's been a light blue for all this time teal? So I figured the outfit is not intended that way, but of course the outfit's not even drawn up, it's not illustrated, right? So to as a play on words and give me more material to work with for designing, because that's always important. I'm using teal objects. Going back to the underwear for first example, right? Don't worry, I'm gonna fix my hair. I'm gonna show you how to fix your hair, just real quick. I don't want to show you the product because I don't want to get a copyright nonsense thing. Like honestly, I'm a few things. I have a lot of copyrighted material. Not officially, but the fact that I put it out is copyrighted, right? The fact that I saved it on my computer or my phone, the fact that it's copyrighted, you know, that's really how it works. But like I have clauses, okay, in a lot of my stuff where if you're using it for parody or I don't care, make fun of me, I really don't care. Or to do reviews or commentary, go ahead. Like it's called freedom of speech and you know artistic something, right? So, anywho, this outfit, I'm so slow. Oh my god, we're already 7 minutes in. I only have 32 minutes of memory. So, and plus, yeah. So my jewelry is over there. My shoes are over there. Um, I hate having shoes on in the bedroom. Or even in the living room. I don't have a living room. I have a storage room that's eventually going to be a living room slash kitchenette. Slash, hopefully, studio. In addition to here, because I do have a king size bed, I have a square room. Like, who has that, right? Like, it's kind of cool. And plus, oh, damn it, a button wrong. Anywho, so I have some jewelry that's marketed towards women, but it's really not that feminine. And I'm a butch queen. I figured that out only like this year. I had an idea last year, and I was like, oh okay, but then I never really like delved into it, and then by the time I bothered looking it up, the definition again, the most popular definition was something wild, like totally irrelevant almost. Different beast entirely. I was like, well then, what the hell am I, right? Like, what's my style happen to be if I don't have a label, and if labels are changing, right? So, like, not all labels have to change, really. I mean, take that from somebody who works with authors, right? Who comes up with designs in writing even, okay? Like text only designs and color palettes, right? To get artists, like actual illustrators, right? To draw up characters for authors. I know, labels do not need to change, okay? So, they can be more inclusive, but they really should not be, because like it took so long to form them and took so many people to agree on them, because you know how freaking languages work. Like they shouldn't just be up and change like entirely. So anywho, enough of that rant. So okay, so see, we have 3 different layers. Okay, actually this little, do I still have these buttoned? Oh my god, I'm so sick of them. I keep saying I'm gonna change them, and then unbutton them. One of my friends just messaged me. That's good. I have people who love me. I mean, clearly I ended up here. Okay, so yeah, we have a triple collar. Isn't that neat? Yeah, I don't even know what decade or century they did this in. I just decided to do it. Okay, so what we're gonna do before we get shoes on, right? Because shoes, try to put on shoes last in this environment, okay? So you can do this too. So point is, I can teach this to anybody. I really can. So not to anybody, because you know some people are just dumb. Truly, some people are just dumb. But basically, like if you have a learning bone in your body, if you have a creative bone in your body, like you don't even have to start out creative with this stuff. Treat it like a science. Treat it like an experiment. Can I do this? Can I make it look good? Will I get compliments from people? Because that's actually very important with art. Believe it or not. Anyway, and go from there. And maybe you'll discover, since you're good at it, you have room, rights, etc. Whatever you want to say. You want to debate? I don't really care. But you have prerogative then to develop your passion just inorganically. You know, actually, I guess it's organic. You're doing the stuff, right? So, anywho, that is basically how I got into designing. I will be reading later. No, actually, I won't. Let's do something else that you should probably not to know about. But, as far as my designing goes, right? My character designing, my text designing period, of many things well over a decade, right? I hope I can replicate this because I was not paying attention. So here, this is a good roll, right? It's good enough. It's not military, but you know what? I'm not military. Do I seem like I'm military? Because I'm really not. So anyway, so yeah, so my character is like my 8th or 9th character on AKN.com. And I was really in it for character creation, having fun. I wasn't really building like socials, as I say. But like my one character had a mom. Wow, like, and she was apparently important, but yet after I got onto my 8th or 9th character, Mei Fang, who I mentioned before, I didn't hear about that mom or her bloodline ever. And my character was a bona fide socialite. Like, I was not a socialite in real life. I was, I don't know, I was like, I guess, about 17 when I made my last character, my last main character, and that's what she became. But anyway, my character was bloodlined like so soon. She made friends with one of the most powerful people in that city, in that game, and became her daughter, like official bloodline registry daughter, and let me have all the ego about it. But I had to conduct myself like a lady. Well, eventually I got married. I was so good at playing a woman, that I got married to a guy character who never once suspected that I was a dude. And so not going into that, because that's not what this channel's about. But for the marriage, the wedding, I had to design. Just had to get my point. Just had to design my character's outfit, which was actually very simple. And then his outfit, oh my god, I realized that a complete tuxedo outfit was so complicated. And I saw nothing on the market. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna design everything. And I did. And that's how I got into designing. And then soon, very, 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 within like a year, real life year's time, I was actually the top luxury designer. And I was making such huge profits. But it wasn't even profits enough to pay off all my expenses. It was just per item profits. But because of how luxurious they were and how freaking expensive they were, they had to be for sensibility and for to make a profit and to pay anything back, right? But I kind of like put myself in a hole where not enough people were buying what I made to pay off what I actually put into them. So I just kept. That's why I started spending money on the game, like real life money. I'm like, I gotta make more, but I can't afford to. How I'm going. Um, and then fortunately, when I went to college, I confirmed that I already had a good idea of what needed to be done for her. It wasn't gonna happen. It just wasn't gonna happen. So, um, people who hated me for ruining, bastardizing even the clothing market and jewelry market, which I barely touched the jewelry market, but I took luxury and I obliterated it and just reformed it. So I can't do that in real life, but that explains if I think whoever eventually any viewers who listen and imagine what my readings are. Okay? It's not an ad for those shoes. No copywriting. Anyway, we'll see like, hey, I think it makes sense this guy turned into a butch queen with his style. Like pushing envelopes and all that. So anyways, we are gonna put jewelry on and then we're gonna do the hair. Because this is not acceptable. I've done videos recently with this because I forgot about my hair. Oops. Okay. So, I might have to take one or two of these off. Probably not this. But I think it's time to add white light instead. Ooh, that's warm. I don't want that. No, bad. Okay, that's just too bright. Okay. Yeah, I have blue eyes in case you can't tell. I haven't told. Look up blue light. Sensitivity of blue eyes to light. I didn't say that right. No. So, basically, here's a little life lesson. Blue eyes are lacking most pigment. That the majority of people have brown eyes, right? And blue eyes have the least amount of pigment. Okay. So see, so this actually this color barely matches the outfit, but it's complementary, and I really don't have a lot of those colors. So again, white, silver, platinum, ivory, which is weird, but it's ivory colored. What is ivory is ivory colored. But Eburnian, which is just like a standard, what you think of a pearl. Like not if you unless you're thinking of a white pearl, then you're wrong. Like Eburnian is like the creamy, fleshy colored, almost like my skin, pearl. So it's really nice, pretty word. I don't know if it's actually from English, Old English or something. But this is one of my most provocative pieces to own and wear as a man. Yeah, I'm all about provocation. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, I figure, like, if my existence, I'm gonna live how I want, right? And I'm gonna like what I like, and I'm gonna wear what I want, as long as it's, like, appropriate to the job, and blah, blah, blah. But, if I'm already gonna feel like there's hostility around me. Like, I might as well dress freaking nice. And like, worst comes to worst, I'm outnumbered or he's got a gun or something, right? Like, I'm gonna be buried, possibly in this, because anybody who sees me like this, will be like, oh, maybe that's how he wants to dress. And plus, they'll have known. So, remember, that's your ghost outfit. In a fancily dressed gay man ghost wearing freaking jewelry? Jewelry, some people say. That's kind of cool. I think I might want to know him. So, this is weird. It actually connects. This is a leaf necklace, but it's teal. And I call that teal. I know there is a bit of debate, like under the correct light, whatever. I think this is still slightly warm. There we go. Now we're on white. See, like, I can be fooled, but eventually I'm gonna find out. Okay, so I have to feel it. There is a hook. I'm showing you and I'm showing myself. Thank you. Okay, so it needs, this is a base piece, base necklace, whatever, base layer. And we are just, what am I doing? Okay. There. And now this one can actually go under it. It's all about aesthetic, really. It's and then of course, if you're wearing like you're doing too much activity for your jewelry and it's like getting it messed up, like layered wise, maybe you shouldn't be wearing that jewelry to that activity. It's not the jewelry, it's really probably you. Alright, so we have one piece that never bothers me, but I will never, ever, ever, ever do any physical activity or sleep in. That's because it's so long, okay? This long chain, long piece, and now it's all wrapped up. But you know what? It's kind of funny because it's an anchor, and it's like it's wrapped up in seaweed. But it's actually chained. But like, when do you see an anchor accidentally wrapped up in chain? Oh my lord! Okay, this has. I don't know what to do with this. There. I hope I find that later. Okay, so are we running out of time? Oh, we have 10 minutes. Okay, I'm almost done. Okay, there we go. I lost the stone. Oh shit! I lost another stone. Sorry. Demonetized probably just for that. Anyways, that's okay. You know what? It gives it more character. It's okay. It only cost me like $20 back in the day. Okay, so I'm not fixing that. That's why I just threw that out. This needs to go before it stabs me in the foot later. It's gonna stab me in the foot later because I missed the trash can. Oh well, crap happens, right? We move on. We handle it with grace. Okay. And that's another thing as a man owning this jewelry. If it looks a little rough, look at me. Hell, I cut this because it's like a winter thing. It is the winter here. It's snowing. It's the actually our snow here in southwest Wyoming is supposed to have been bounced completely away by now. Am I doing this right? No. So, okay, so, like, I never get my lefts and rights confused, but when I am stringing necklaces, like the pendant on the necklace, I definitely get my left and right confused. Because, okay, so I have this thing, because I'm right-handed, I am mildly, slightly ambidextrous, right? So I can function regardless. I can successfully equip a necklace regardless which side the clasp is on, right? However, it's way more comfortable and easy with my right. So we have this restrung. Okay, we're missing. It's okay. You know what? This is actually my second version of this one because the first version is on that hat that you can't see and I'm not moving. Sorry. Anyways, it's actually a cap. There's different. So yeah, so I bought this to wear with club outfits. There are no clubs here. Go figure. Yeah. Oh, I have it ringing in my ear. Okay, so now I can see it. So this is just gonna go like, it's okay if it goes in here a little bit. It really doesn't matter. People are gonna see the chain and are gonna notice, and they might be like, oh, can I see that one? Although honestly, if you wear this much stuff, nobody's gonna have the nerve to ask you to see, almost nobody, right? It's gonna have the nerve to ask you to see one individual thing, because if they might think that you might think, what about the rest of them? You know? Okay, so this might not cover everything, but I'm just gonna post several videos. I really don't care. So again, I'm not popular enough for mobile live streaming. So I'm just gonna be a pain in my own ass by doing it this way. Although actually, honestly, while I'm uploading this, I may try to see if my laptop is any better. Okay, so we have this one. And I can tell you who it's from. You know what? I love them. No, I don't even remember who it's from, so I can't say who I love because copyright. But this gave me hives, and it would give me hives. It might give me hives tonight. But it's so pretty and it has a neat clasp that I've never encountered before. So, anyway, so what we do, this, I don't know if you can tell. So this has one of those clasps, right? So you can actually do it in the air. Because if you're slow and gentle, it's perfectly fine. Oh, did you see how I threaded that? Okay. Okay. Now that little press into my wrist did technically hurt. Did it hurt enough for me to be like, ah? Of course not. So don't be a ninny. Okay, so we have 5 minutes. I think I'm gonna get all the jewelry done. So this is a brooch, okay? Brooches used to be worn by both women and guess who? Men. Yeah. And then of course men were told like stop spending your money on that crap. That's really what it was. It wasn't really even heteronormativity. Because like I don't know if you remember learning about macaroni fashion, right? But that was a whole cultural fashion sociological phenomenon that was lasted for a while. And even then, before then, right? Men wore brooches. I don't remember men ever really wearing bracelets, but I know they had there were times like in the 60s, 1960s where men wore bands and strings, and then like when I was a kid, other boys, I wasn't allowed until I was older, and then it was out stuff. But had bracelets. Okay, so I want to flex a little bit so that way you can see what you can do. So this is this actually had earrings in it, and that I ordered recently. I received recently from, I can say Amazon, right? Anyway, and so those earrings, of course, are not in there. This is not one of those earrings. This is a way cheaper earring, right? Way cheaper, but that's fine It's actually my biggest plain clear or white. I'm very blech about that. Anyway, I don't like calling clear diamonds white. I really don't. In fact, dislike it. So anyways, we're taking this. So I'm not gonna look, just because this is my only earring piercing and I'm struggling a little bit. It's been a while, that's why. There it is. So I actually tried to get more piercings in my ears, and I had 3 of them. 1 more on this one, and then 2 symmetrical ones on that side, right? Mirrored, whatever. That's a more specific term. But anyway, they all got infected, and my ears were eating the balls. Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna hush up. This is the bird. This is the finger. You do not put a long, voluminous, okay, ring on your dominant hand. Because you know why? Your dominant hand is gonna be on the side of the where you have your phone, right? So, oh, and I made this bracelet. Isn't that cute? Okay, so I can hurry that up. So when you reach in your phone, especially in an emergency, like say your husband. Congratulations having a husband, because I don't by now. But anyways, your husband like falls or gets in a fight, and you're reaching for your phone, and you can't because that big ass ring is in the way, right? Okay, so I'm gonna see you later. I have the bracelets. Okay, yeah, I had this the metal ones on, but talk to you later. Okay, thank you.